Hey everyone, how are you? We're going to scroll down here to drop grid. Mimi has done this one already, so if you want to check out her video, there it is right underneath there. And if you click on that, it gets bigger so you can see it better. This one's from Ina from 2018. It is a teardrop shape done in a grid, thus drop grid. So we're going to draw ourselves a pencil grid, standard pencil grid. We can make it standard square pencil grid, or we can maybe do a non-standard grid. Wonder what that would look like. I don't really know. Haven't tried it yet. So we're going to do this teardrop shape. We're not going to go all the way down to the corner. We're going to start upward a little bit, about the size of this drop. We want to leave room for that here. So upward a little bit, about, let's see, that's about half. So at about a quarter of the way up. We're going to start there. We're going to make a little teardroppy shape going that way. And then the second one to fill in up to here. And then on the other side, we're going to go the other way. Teardroppy shape, teardroppy shape. I always draw my teardrop with the long line first, and then the shorter one instead of this way. You can do either one, but I tend to go the long one first and then make that little curve and come in. Okay, so we're going to do it here and then here, going the other direction. So basically in one square, if you look at the one square, it's curving around this way. And then in the next square, it's curving around this way. Okay? And then around this way. So that each, on either side of the line, each pair is going different opposite directions. So it's a swirl going this way, and then a swirl going that way, and then a swirl going this way, a swirl going that way. Do you see the swirl? That's the point of it. So basically all you're drawing is this. See the one square? You're drawing two drops in each corner going around in a circle, and then two drops in the corner going around in a circle. That, when I saw that, I thought, oh, that's easy to remember, right? And then you erase the green, the pencil grid, and you get this. Okay, so you see it, but you don't see it on the grid. And then if you shade it, you get this. You can color them in solid and get sort of a, I would say I would have seen this pattern, especially like if you just go across like this in a ribbon, you would have seen this pattern like on the edge of a plate or something. And then look at it colored in with rainbow. That's stunning. I'm assuming she did this coloring digitally, but I'm not 100% sure, but she may have. 2018, she might not have. She might have colored this manually, but then it gets, once she scans it in and it cleans it up with the computer, it always kind of looks like it's digital art, even though it's not. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know. Do I want to do a straight grid, or do I want to see what it looks like if I make a wonky grid? I'm tempted to make a wonky grid, but you guys know that I never follow the thing exactly. I never do. Very rarely. Okay, I'm going to turn on my light. Close your eyes. That flash when the light first comes on is very bright. So let's use a medium-sized rectangle. What color paper should I use today? I'm feeling, let's see, I did pink the other day. Red, yellow? Ooh, that's bright. White. Got a lot of pink. I've got a lot of brown. I don't think I feel brown. Should we do light pink? Yeah. Let's do the light pink. Taking too long to decide on a piece of paper. It's not that critical, Dawn. Let's do light pink. Okay, and then going to do a wonky grid. So I'm gonna just do a little border so I don't get too close to the edge. And it's not gonna be over critical, because if I'm gonna do a wonky grid, it doesn't really matter. So let's do on the bottom like that. Let's do it. That kind of comes up and around. Whoa, I'm making it really wonky. Okay, and then we're gonna go this way. Like that. And then I'm going to erase these bits because I want to make sure I don't accidentally go down further than I want to go. That one's going to come up a little far, but that's all right. And this one is going to go in and come back out. Okay. Like that. That one's coming like that. This one's going up and over like that. And this one is like that. Okay, I've got myself quite the wonky grid. We're going to give that a go and see what it looks like with this pattern in it. Excuse me. I think I'm going to start in the middle, work my way outward. I'll use this one. And I think today I'm going to sit down. I haven't been sitting, I've been standing. I've got a standing desk. I really like the standing desk, but today I think I need to sit. I've got a stool, it's like a bar stool. Works really well. Okay, so I'm going to go this way with this one. So I want to start here. I want my teardrop to come way up and then like that. I think about a quarter of a way. That's about half, so a quarter is about here. I come up like this. That one's going to go that direction. So then this one goes this direction. Excuse me. Do they touch? They do not, and I shouldn't have gone right on the line. I should have gone slightly in. I just realized that. So that's okay. Come up and around like that and around like that. Okay. Now the next one. Oh, it shows us going ahead and drawing them every other one. So let's draw this one and then we'll skip this one and then we'll draw this one. Okay, this time I'm going to go slightly in from the line so I'm not right on the line, and about a quarter of an inch, quarter of the way up and like that, and this one's going to go like that, and then this one goes like this and like this. And then we skip this one, so we draw in this square. Like that. And then we skip that one. So we draw in this square. About a quarter of the way up. Each one is going to be slightly different on size. Okay, and then this one is going to be here. I like this teardroppy shape. It's hard for me to do them both directions, so it's good to practice going either direction. And then it's going to be this one, right? So it's on this row, miss this one, we're on this line here. Like that, right? Now on this row, we go here because we skipped this one, so we're going to go here. Once we get this first pattern established on which row is which, going which direction, it'll be easier to figure out what we're doing. And here goes this way. Like that. And then this one, skip that one, I'm going to do this one. As you can see, I go this way better with my drops than I go this way. That's okay. I want to okay, so it'll be here, won't be here, here, won't be here, it'll be here. Okay, so then it's here, and then it's up here. And then it's down here. You may need to come in and make sure that those are attached to each other. Okay, and then not that one. Around the edges I need, not that one. It'll be here, right? Yes. Here we'll have a half a one. And here we'll have half a one. And here we'll have half a one. Like that. And not here. But on this one, we will have half a one going this way. And on here, we'll have half a one going this way. And there, right? Does that seem right? Have I goofed anything up? Don't think so. I think I'm fine. Now we want to, I'm going to turn it upside down. No, I'm going to turn it this way. Turn it this way. And then in here, no. Oh, have I goofed up already? Ah, oh, fudge puppies. Have I? I don't know. Have I goofed up already? No, it has me turning it I'm going to follow the instructions because I'm already having troubles with the wonky grid, I'm going to follow the instructions. So we turn it upside down and we do it that same thing again here. So they end up in rows first, and then we do the ones going the other way. Okay, so they end up tip to tip, stem to stem. If you look at them kind of like leaves. Tip to tip and stem to stem. Okay. Tip to tip. I don't know if I have room in there to do the other shape, but supposedly you do. I may have made my first ones too big. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Can tell I'm thinking, and at the same time I'm really getting into the flow. I missed one here. Okay, I should have all these lines should be done. Missed one there. And I missed one here. All the lines should now be done. Okay, now we're going to turn it this way, and they should go, if these are tip to tip, then these need to be petal to petal. So the tips need to go here. So I'm calling these tips, and then these are the petals. So this will be tip, and that'll be petal here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so tips go here, coming out of the petals. Tips come out of the petals. Tips come out of the petals. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I don't think so. I think I'm all right. It's just because it's on a wonky grid that it doesn't match the sample. It'll be fine. Much easier would be on a standard grid and not a wonky grid, but you know I can never do anything the easy way. Always have to make it harder on myself, just because I'm me. And because I like to show you guys that you don't have to follow the pattern exactly. I do like the bigger squares better. They're easier to do. Okay, so I need, coming from the petal, and then over here coming from the petal. Okay, then I'm going to turn it the other way. It's coming along. And then the same thing, going this way, from the petal end this way. Okay, coming from here. I am just getting in the flow. I like these teardroppy shapes. They're really calming me down. Having a bit of anxiety the last few days. And I really don't understand why. I'm on vacation. I shouldn't be anxious about anything. I'm not doing anything in particular. Nothing is going on in my life that's stressful. And yet I've been having some very sleepless nights. But this shape is really just drawing this teardroppy shape is really making me happy. So that's good. Okay, I think I've got them all. I do. I'm going to erase my grid. And I know this isn't watercolor paper, but I think put a wash of water on here and just drop some colored pens on it and see what it does. And I'm gonna go ahead and let them bleed. So I'm gonna sign it, put my name on it, and then I'll color it. That's really cool. I do like that. Okay. Let me sign it. I like how she kind of did that rainbowy thing, but I don't think that's what I want, but I like the kind of look of it. So I think to finish this off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it, get my water brushes, my pens, these ones, these STA Aqua pens, and I'm going to make myself sort of a rainbowy thing, but with just pale colors. There's a yellow. Let me do a pale. I'm gonna check the colors on the back of this just to see what color it actually shows up on the paper, because sometimes, well, a lot of the times on this particular pen, the color of the tip has no relation to the color of the actual pen. They're really annoying. I think I want a red in there. Ooh, that's really bright. I don't think I want that dark of a color. What about this one? It's not much different. I think I'm going to stay away from the darks. Unless I go with a dusty. Kind of like that. And then I think I'm going to go with a, do I have a blue green that's ooh, that's way bright. Don't want it that bright. I don't want that saturated of a color. No, too saturated. Okay. Ooh. See, that does not look like that. That comes out a much more saturated color than I was anticipating. Oh, that's sort of a pinky. That one's maybe okay. This one maybe? That one's okay. And then maybe a gray, a light gray. Well, that's almost a no color. That one barely shows up. Maybe that's the color I want. Or maybe it's just because it's all dried out. Gee whiz. How are these already dried out? That's bad too. See, these are cheapo, not good pens. I've hardly used them at all. And they're just all dried up. not working well. I don't like that. That's too dark. Okay, let's go with this light gray. Okay, those are the colors I want to use. That's my rainbow of color. I know these are a little dark down here, but I have a vision. Have a vision. And what I'm going to do is I am going to start down here. I'm going to get my water brush. I'm going to get it nice and soaky, and I'm going to go ahead and put water here. You guys can't see that, but and then I'm just going to drop that green right in there. Is it doing what I want it to do? I'm hoping so. I might not have enough water. Might really need to maybe use a regular brush and really give it some water. Well, let me try that. Give me a regular brush. Maybe that size. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to wet the whole thing anyway. Let me get this size. And a little bit of water in my water bowl. Pour some water out of my cup. Ooh, plenty. More than enough. All right, let's try this. I'm just going to get a wash of water. I know it's not watercolor paper, and it's not meant for this. So it's going to start buckling, but that's okay. Still not washing like I want it to. Like a lot of water. We'll just saturate this paper. What the heck? Well, that doesn't show up at all. Well, it might after it dries, it might show up, but it doesn't really show up. Shall I try a darker pink? I'm afraid to put a darker pink because that other color pink is just so bold. It's really more than I want, but let me just give a drop of it. Just a drop. Like a drop. I really don't want that much color there. Okay. Okay, once we're done. More water. Just want it to spread on its own. Yellow seems to be the same way. I picked too light of a color. But let's go through, make sure it's all got the light color first. Because once it dries, you'll probably see it. And then maybe a darker yellow. Boy, it's dry in here. My paper's already drying up. And I'm putting a lot of water on this paper. It's already drying up. Doesn't show either. Oh, I see what's happening. Ha 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 ha. It's the water brush is picking up the water and then the tip is going white. I don't know if you can see that. See how the tip is changing color? The ink is washing away. That's why some of them are not showing up after I've dropped it on there. Interesting. I'll just put it on another piece of paper and like that. And then maybe just a drop of that other color. May have to put all the color down first and then put the water to make it bleed because I'm losing my color in the wet paper. Yep, definitely losing my color in the wet paper. Okay, and then the gray, which is almost non-existent. And then wipe it down with some water to make it bleed. I think over time, as it dries, it will bleed some more. I'm going to go ahead and just totally saturate this paper some more. It will bleed some more. And that's really what I want. And then I think I'll put a book or something on it and let it just dry. I think it'll be what I want it to be when it's finished, maybe. That's my vision. I don't know if my vision was accurate or if it's what I really wanted it to do, but that's what I did. So, you know, play with your art supplies. Does it matter if it turns out exactly right? No, not really. If it does come out good, awesome. Then that is fantastic. But if it doesn't quite turn out the way I'm expecting, that's okay too. You know, it doesn't have to turn out exactly the way I'm expecting. Don't do that, Dawn. Make sure when you use your brushes that I always wash them. Well, of course I only used water today, but wash them. I get my fingers and I shape them again back to their shape that they're supposed to be, and then make sure you dry them flat like this. Don't stand them up in a thing. I have my water bucket here next to me, and it's got those little holes to stick your paint brushes in. I almost never put them in those holes. I will sometimes, if I'm starting a project, pick out the the size of brushes I think I might be using in my projects and stick them in the holes, or I might stand them up while I'm working. But once I'm done, I always clean them really good and then lay them flat to dry. Because if you stand them up this way, the water drips down the bristles. Even if it seems like it's pretty dry, whatever moisture is left will drip down the bristles into the ferrule, and it will start to loosen the glue in the clamp here. And if it's really wet and it drips down, it will get into your the wood handle and start splitting things. I've got some really old ones that are like that, but just a tip for you if you guys decide to do any work with brushes. Okay, it has nothing to do with this, but I think after it dries, it will be what I was wanting. I was wanting a subtle pastel coloring gradient, and I think it is going to do what I want. I am going to have to put a book on it because, you know, this paper isn't meant for watercolor. Kind of straighten it out as it dries. I will see you guys tomorrow. Will I? Yes, not tomorrow. Friday. And we're going to do Vivid, which is, I looked it up, it's another teardrop shape. I know I've done it before, but I'm just feeling this teardrop shape, so I think I'm going to do it again. So you guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video on Friday. And go out and do something nice for someone today, and let's make this world a better place, all right? See you later. Bye-bye.